Have you ever wanted to take a little bit of time off from your business to either handle a life event, to take a vacation, or simply because you needed a break, but you didn't know how to set your team up for that? Today, I'm going to share a couple quick tips on how I was able to take yet another week off from my business and my team was able to support me in my absence. So let's get into the quick actionable things that I did to be able to take a full week off last week while my husband and I actually got settled into our new house. All right, number one, you want to update the calendar and look at surrounding dates as well. So obviously we're gonna put in our out of office time on the calendar. We're gonna communicate that to the team, but we also wanna look at the dates surrounding it, right? Do we have any big launches before or after we return? Any huge calls, any huge meetings, all of that. The reason why you want to take a look at those things is if you don't plan accordingly, you could end up coming back to a fire, right? Coming back to a huge hectic schedule, or just feeling like things weren't necessarily handled the way you would have wanted them to be handled before you went out. So take this time to maybe rearrange your schedule a little bit, push some things out, pull some things, earlier ahead in the calendar, so on and so forth. Now, we have team meetings every Monday at 10:30, and so I just went into the meeting agenda for the meeting that I was going to be absent for, and I went ahead and I dumped in the different tasks that I needed each individual team member to work on while I was out. Now, I know we want to just let our team do their thing and trust that they know what to do, but trust me, they're looking for direction from you as well. So feel free to kind of pre-plan some of those projects. That way you know things are getting done while you're out. Now, having a point person is huge. Personally, I have a full-time operations manager who manages the team, makes sure that our tasks and projects are getting done. But if you don't have an operations manager, an OBM, or someone that's kind of running the operations, then we might want to look at, do we have someone on our team who could serve as like an interim manager while you're out? Having a point person is great because there's just someone to give direction when you're not there versus all the team members kind of flailing. But if you have a very lean team, you may find that you don't need this, but just put that into consideration. Number 3 is to check in as needed, right? It is your business. Don't let anybody make you feel bad because you wanted to check in with your team while you were out for the week, right? I think it's all about knowing where your team is at performance-wise, tenure-wise, and just setting realistic expectations. So if you need to check in just to check and make sure things are as they should be, or maybe they just had a big event that they had to do without you, then that is okay too. Number 4 is to have a recap meeting upon your return. So you just want to throw a quick meeting on the calendar when you get back so that you can recap and hear about all the things that you may have missed while you were out, any immediate action items that may have popped up since being gone. And then you also may want to keep your calendar clear for the day that you get back just to kind of account for additional team communication or any last minute projects that you're going to have to jump in and work on. And finally, number 5 is trust. You have to trust your team. You have to trust that you hired the right people, they're in the right seat, they're in the right place, and that they're going to be able to do the things that you've asked them to do. Trusting your team is the key to having a peaceful out of office time. Anybody can take time off, but if you're riddled with anxiety the entire time, it's not going to feel good. So take the time to acknowledge the fact that they did it, right? Acknowledge the wins that they had while you were gone. And if they made some mistakes, know that that's normal. You probably would have made mistakes too, right? So give them the acknowledgement for what they did well, and then take the time to debrief on the things that they could do better in the future. So those are my 5 quick tips for how you can take some time off and be with your family, be with your friends, whatever it is that you need to do. I was able to take some time to really get settled into our new house, which was great. And if this was helpful for you, I'd love to see in the comments how you plan to apply this when you have your next time off coming up. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more team content. See you in the next one.